Chapter 1. The Life She Built. Anna was 70 years old. She lived with her husband, Justin. They had been together for more than 40 years. Their life was calm now. Their children, Michael and Grace, lived far away. They had their own families. Michael called her from New York on weekends. Grace sometimes sent pictures of her kids from California. Anna smiled when she saw them, but inside, she felt lonely. Justin was always with her. He was kind. He cared for her. He reminded her to take her medicine. He asked her how she was feeling every day. He told her small stories to make her laugh. She often said, "Thank you, Justin. You always care for me." And he replied, "Of course, Anna. You are my life." His words touched her heart. She knew he was true. Still, at night, Anna could not sleep sometimes. She lay awake and thought, why does my heart still feel heavy? Why do I still feel pain inside me? She never spoke about it to her children. She never even told Justin in detail. She had hidden that pain for many years. One evening, Grace called. "Mom, you sound quiet. Are you fine?" Anna answered, "Yes, I am fine, just a little tired." Grace said, "Don't push yourself. We love you." After the call, Anna held the phone in her hand for a long time. She whispered, "If only you knew what I once did." Justin walked in and asked, "Everything okay?" She smiled quickly. "Yes, just Grace checking in." Justin nodded and did not ask more. He always trusted her silence. But Anna's mind was restless. Memories rose inside her. She remembered being 30. She remembered telling her parents, "I want him. He will never hurt me." She remembered her friends saying, "Be careful, Anna. You are giving up too much." She remembered crying when everything broke. Those memories were not gone. They were only buried. Sometimes Justin looked at her and said, "You don't have to carry the world alone. Lean on me." She nodded, but deep inside she thought, "Justin, if you knew the whole truth, would you still smile like this?" Her grandchildren visited last summer. They laughed, they played, they ran around asking for cookies. Anna held them and told herself, "This is my happiness. This is my family." Yet when they left, she sat in silence. She said softly, "Why does my heart still feel empty?" Justin noticed her quiet face. He asked, "Anna, what is troubling you?" She shook her head. "Nothing. I'm fine." He took her hand and said, "Don't hide from me. I am here." She looked at him with tears in her eyes. "I know. You always are." But that night, she cried when he was asleep. She whispered, "I tried to forget. I tried to bury it, but it lives in me still." She had never spoken his name in years, but in her mind, one name still had power. One shadow still lived in her heart. Anna told herself, "My life is with Justin now. He is my strength. He never left me." But the heart has its own memory. It remembers what the mind wants to erase. Anna knew one day her past would return. She knew one day she would face the shadow again. Like, subscribe, and share. Read this story and many more on our website, bookishenglish.com. Link in the description. Chapter 2. The encounter. Anna's life moved quietly. She lived each day with Justin by her side. But deep inside, her heart was carrying a secret wound. She never spoke of it, yet it was there, waiting like a shadow. One afternoon, she went out to buy a few things. She was moving slowly, thinking only of simple tasks. But then, in one sudden moment, her world changed. Her eyes fell on a man she thought she would never see again. It was Oliver. Her heart froze. For a second, she felt like she was 30 again. The air inside her chest stopped. Her lips whispered without sound. Oliver. Memories hit her with the force of a storm. The man who once promised her the world. The man who left her broken. The man who chose another life while she cried in silence. He turned his head and saw her. His face was older now, but his eyes still carried the same charm. He smiled faintly, as if time had never passed. He walked slowly toward her. Anna felt her knees weaken. She whispered to herself, "No, not you, not again." She turned away and began to walk quickly, her heart racing. Behind her, Oliver called softly, "Anna, please, wait." But she did not stop. Her voice shook as she whispered, "Leave me alone." She left the place and hurried back home. Inside, Justin was waiting. He looked at her and said kindly, "You look tired, Anna. Sit down." She forced a smile. "Yes, I just need to rest." Justin did not question her. He trusted her words. He brought her water and said, "Don't worry about anything. I'm here." She looked at him, and tears filled her eyes. She turned her face away so he would not see. That night, she could not sleep. She lay awake, hearing Oliver's voice in her head. She saw again the look in his eyes. She felt the pain in her chest. She whispered in the dark, "Why now? Why after all these years?" Justin turned in his sleep and placed his hand on hers. He murmured softly, "I love you, Anna." Her heart broke. She pressed her lips together and closed her eyes. Justin, you don't know. You don't know who I saw today." The next morning, she sat at the table quietly. Justin spoke about their grandchildren, about how Michael said he might visit in summer. Anna smiled faintly, but her thoughts were far away. Inside, her mind was a storm. She remembered Oliver's smile, his promises, his betrayal. Later that day, she stood in front of the mirror. She whispered to her reflection, "Why does he still have power over me? Why can I not erase him?" She pressed her hands to her face and wept. She wanted to forget. She wanted to stay in her safe life with Justin. But now, the past had walked back into her present. That evening, Justin noticed her silence. He asked, "Anna, are you feeling sick?" She shook her head. "No, I'm fine." He looked at her carefully and said, "If you ever need to tell me something, I will listen." She wanted to cry, but she stayed quiet. She could not bring herself to speak Oliver's name. She sat alone in her room later and whispered, "He cannot be back in my life. I will not let him. I belong here. I belong with Justin." But her heart trembled. She knew it was not going to be easy. For years she had buried the pain. She had hidden it deep. But now the past was alive again. Oliver had seen her. Oliver had spoken her name. And Anna's heart knew this was only the beginning. Chapter 3. The Wound of Youth. Anna could not close her eyes that night. The sound of Oliver's voice kept echoing in her ears. She lay still, remembering the years she had locked away. She told herself, "I must not think of it," but her heart refused. The past opened again. She was 30 years old then. She was young, full of hope, and full of dreams. At that time, her family wanted her to choose someone else. Her father said to her, "Anna, you cannot trust this man. He looks at life with hungry eyes." Her mother begged, "Please listen to us. We see something you do not." Her friends also warned her. One of them said, "You are blind in love. Be careful, Anna." But Anna refused to hear them. She believed Oliver was her destiny. She stood in front of her parents with tears in her eyes and said, "I love him. He is the one. He will protect me. He will never hurt me." Her voice was shaking, but her faith was strong. She gave up many things to be with him. She gave up her family's trust. She gave up her comfort. She gave up her old life. She fought against everyone, and she stood by Oliver. In those days, Oliver made promises. He said to her, "Anna, we will build a future together. You will never regret choosing me. I will give you happiness." She trusted his every word. She defended him when people spoke badly of him. She told her friends, "You do not know him like I do. He has a good heart. He will never leave me." For some time she believed she was right. She walked proudly with him. She told herself, "This is love. This is what I wanted." But slowly she began to see the cracks. Oliver became restless. He looked at other lives with desire. He noticed money that he did not have. He noticed beauty that was not hers. One evening he came to her with strange silence. She asked softly, "What is wrong?" He looked away and said, "I need something more. I need a better life." Her heart froze. She whispered, "What do you mean? We have each other. Isn't that enough?" He did not answer. His silence spoke louder than any words. Soon after, she discovered the truth. Oliver had chosen another woman. That woman had more money. That woman was fairer, younger, and richer. Anna could not believe it. She fell to the ground and cried until her voice broke. She shouted, "You said you loved me. You said you would never leave me." But he was gone. The betrayal tore her apart. She could not eat. She could not sleep. She sat for hours with her face in her hands. She remembered her parents' words, her friends' warnings. Every voice came back to her now, cutting her like knives. She whispered, "They were right. I was wrong. I destroyed my life." Her friends looked at her with pity. One said, "Anna, we told you." She turned away. She could not bear their eyes. She felt small broken and humiliated. Her family spoke no words. They only looked at her with quiet sadness. That silence hurt her more than shouting would have. In those dark days, she felt she would not survive. She sat alone and said, "I gave everything. I believed in him, and he threw me away like nothing." The wound was deep, and she thought it would never heal. But then, Justin entered her life. He was not charming like Oliver. He was not rich. He was not powerful. But he was steady. He was patient. He came to her slowly, with gentle steps. He did not make big promises. He only showed her care in small ways. He asked, "Anna, have you eaten today?" He said, "If you need someone to listen, I am here." At first, she pushed him away. She told herself, "I cannot trust anyone again." But Justin did not leave. He stayed. He never forced her. He simply waited, like a quiet shadow, always ready when she needed him. One night, after many tears, Anna looked at Justin and whispered, "Why do you care for me? I am broken." Justin replied, "Because even broken things deserve love. And you are not broken to me. You are Anna." His words touched her in a way Oliver's promises never had. Slowly, she let him in. Slowly, she began to believe again. Piece by piece, Justin helped her rebuild her life. He never tried to erase her past. He only gave her a present that was safe. He gave her love without greed, without lies. But still, the wound of her youth never disappeared. It was like a scar on her heart. She carried it quietly for years, even as she lived happily with Justin. She told herself, "I am fine now." Yet deep inside, she knew that shadow remained. Now, decades later, after seeing Oliver again, all those memories returned with full force. The old wound opened. The pain came back. She remembered every tear, every broken promise, every night of loneliness. She remembered how Justin had saved her. She remembered how Oliver had destroyed her. Anna sat on her bed and held her face in her hands. She whispered, "Why does it still hurt? Why can I not forget? Why does one man still hold power over me after all these years?" Her heart knew the answer. Because the first wound never truly leaves. Because betrayal is not forgotten. Because when you give your soul to someone and they throw it away, a part of you always remembers. Anna cried softly. She said to herself, "I must stay strong. I must hold on to Justin. He gave me life again." But in her chest, she felt the same old pain, alive once more. Chapter 4. Unwanted Pursuit. Anna thought she had buried her past. She thought the wound was deep but closed. But after seeing Oliver again, the wound opened. She wanted to forget. She wanted to stay strong. But the past did not let her go. It followed her like a shadow. The next morning, she went to check the mailbox. There was a note. Her hands shook when she opened it. The words were simple. "Anna, I am sorry. Please let me see you. I cannot stop thinking of you." She stood there, reading the words again and again. She whispered, "Why are you here? Why now?" She tore the paper into pieces, but her hands kept shaking. The pain was back. Later that day, she found flowers at her door. A card was hidden inside. "You are still the love of my life. Give me one chance." She closed her eyes and held the flowers tight. She whispered, "Love? You left me once. You broke me once. This is not love." She dropped the flowers in the trash, but her heart was trembling. That evening, Grace called her. Grace spoke about her children. She told her about a school play. She told her about the little things that made her laugh. Anna tried to sound happy. She said, "That is wonderful, Grace. I am happy for you." But Grace felt something was wrong. She asked, "Mom, are you okay? Your voice sounds heavy." Anna forced herself to answer, "Yes, I am fine. Just a little tired." Grace said softly, "Don't hide from me, Mom. You can always tell me." Anna's eyes filled with tears. She whispered, "I know, dear. Thank you." But when the call ended, Anna sat still for a long time. She cried in silence. She thought, "How can I tell my daughter? How can I tell her that her mother once trusted the wrong man?" The next morning, Anna was looking for a paper in an old drawer. Her eyes fell on a photograph. It was from her youth. She was smiling with Oliver beside her. She stared at the picture. She whispered, "That girl was me. That girl believed in dreams. That girl gave everything, and she was left alone." And her eyes filled with tears. She wanted to tear the photo, but she could not. She put it back in the drawer, closed it, and pressed her hand on it. Justin came in and looked at her face. He asked, "Anna, are you fine?" She wiped her eyes quickly. She said, "Yes, Justin, I am fine." He looked at her with gentle eyes. He said, "Don't carry too much. I am here." She nodded. She wanted to tell him. She wanted to cry on his shoulder. But her lips stayed closed. Days passed, and Oliver did not stop. Anna saw him outside the church one morning. He did not speak, but his eyes followed her. She turned away and walked fast. Her heart was beating hard. She whispered, "Please go away. Please leave me alone." One afternoon the phone rang. She picked it up. It was Oliver. His voice was low. "Anna, I beg you. Please listen. I was a fool. I lost you once. I cannot lose you again. Let me explain." Anna felt fire inside her chest. Her voice shook. "You already explained with your actions. You left me for another woman. You left me for money. That was your truth. I don't need more words." He tried again. "I regret every choice. I regret leaving you. I should have chosen you. My heart was always with you." She cut the call with trembling hands. She held the phone against her chest and whispered, "Your heart? You sold it long ago. I cannot believe you now." That night, Anna sat with Justin at dinner. He spoke about Michael's work. He spoke about the grandchildren. She nodded and smiled faintly, but inside she was not there. Her mind was full of Oliver. She hated herself for thinking of him. She whispered in her heart, "Why do I still feel something? Why do his words still touch me? Why does the pain return so strong?" Later, she sat alone. She whispered to herself, "Justin gave me loyalty. Oliver gave me lies. Why do I still cry? Why do I still shake when I hear his voice?" She pressed her hands on her face and wept. She hated her weakness. She said softly, "I must be strong. I must not let him break me again." Justin came to her side. He asked, "Anna, why are you crying?" She shook her head. "It's nothing." He touched her hand. "Don't hide. I am here. Always." She wanted to tell him everything. She wanted to say, "Oliver is back." But she stayed silent. She only said, "Thank you, Justin. You are my strength." He kissed her forehead and whispered, "Always." She closed her eyes. She felt both safe and guilty at the same time. But Oliver did not stop. More notes came. More flowers came. More words came. Each one opened the wound wider. Anna told herself, "I must close this door. I must not let him inside again." But her heart was not steady. She feared her own feelings. She feared the shadow of old love. She thought of Grace again. She thought, what if my daughter knew? What if she saw me crying for a man who betrayed me 40 years ago? She would not understand. She must never know. This shame is mine alone. She thought of Michael, too. He is busy with his work. He believes his mother is strong. He must never see me weak like this. One evening, Justin looked at her carefully. He asked, "Anna, are you happy?" The question broke her. She whispered, "Yes, Justin, I am happy with you." He smiled with peace. "That is all I need." She looked at him with tears in her eyes. In her heart, she said, "You are my happiness. But I am afraid. I am afraid of my weakness. I am afraid of my past." The days went on. Oliver's presence grew heavier. Anna's heart was torn between anger and fear. She wanted to run, but she could not. She wanted to fight, but she was tired. She whispered to herself, "This is only the beginning. The storm is not over. He is not leaving. He is pushing harder. And I am still Shaw." Aching, like, subscribe, and share. Chapter 5. The Temptation. Anna was already tired from the notes and the flowers. She wanted to forget them, but they kept coming back. Oliver was not leaving. His shadow was stronger now than ever. She told herself many times, "I will not answer. I will not look back." But the past does not go away so easily. One afternoon, Anna was walking home when she heard a voice behind her. It was Oliver. He called her name softly. "Anna, wait." She stopped for a moment, then walked faster. He followed her. "Please, just listen. I need one chance. I cannot live with this regret." She turned and looked at him. Her voice was sharp. You should have thought about regret before you left me. You made your choice. Oliver's eyes looked heavy. He said, I made the wrong choice. I was blind. I was greedy. But my love for you never died. Anna shook her head. Don't lie. You loved money more than me. You loved beauty more than me. That was the truth. Oliver stepped closer. Yes, I was a fool. But Anna, I am here now. Leave Justin. Come with me. We can start again. Her heart stopped. The words entered her chest like fire. Leave Justin. Start again. She could not believe what she was hearing. She shouted, Are you mad? I am 70 now. My life is with my husband. I will never betray him. Oliver whispered, You still love me. I can see it in your eyes. Anna felt weak. For one dangerous second, she remembered their past. She remembered the letters he once wrote. She remembered the nights she thought he was her whole world. She whispered to herself, Why do these memories not die? Why do I still feel this pain? That night, she went home and tried to sleep, but her heart was restless. Justin was beside her, sleeping quietly. She turned to the other side and closed her eyes, but the past was alive. She whispered, Justin, you don't know. You don't know how hard this is for me. The next morning, Anna opened an old box. Inside was a diary from her youth. She had not touched it for many years. As she opened the first page, her own handwriting stared back at her. I will love Oliver forever. We will build a life together. Nothing will break us. Her tears fell on the page. She turned another page. I told my parents he is the one. I told my friends they were wrong. He will stand by me. Anna cried loudly. She whispered, This girl was blind. This girl gave her heart to a man who broke it. And that girl was me. She closed the diary and held it to her chest. She wanted to throw it away, but she could not. It was a piece of her soul. That evening, Oliver called again. His voice was low and smooth. Anna, I know you read our old memories. You cannot deny it. You cannot deny what we had. Anna's voice shook. We had nothing. You destroyed it. You destroyed me. He replied, I destroyed us, but I want to fix it. Let me love you again. She hung up the phone with trembling hands. She whispered, You cannot fix a heart you broke into pieces. Justin noticed her silence that evening. He brought her a coat because the weather was cold. He said gently, Anna, wear this. You will feel better. She looked at him with wet eyes. That small gesture broke her heart in another way. She thought, Oliver asks me to leave Justin, but Justin is the one who never left. Justin is the one who stands by me. How can I even think for a second about Oliver? She whispered to herself. Forgive me, Justin. I am weak inside, but I know the truth. You are my life. Still, Anna struggled. She remembered Oliver's words. Leave Justin. Start again. Her mind said no, but her heart was confused. She hated herself for even thinking. She whispered in the dark, Why does my heart betray me? Why does my mind fight my soul? One night she dreamed of Oliver. In the dream, he held her hand and said, "We can still be happy." She woke up crying. She looked at Justin sleeping beside her. She touched his hand gently and whispered, "You are the one who healed me. You are the one who stayed. I will never leave you." But the fight inside her did not end. Every day, Oliver's voice echoed. Every day, the diary pages returned to her mind. Every day, Justin's small kindness reminded her of the difference between the two men. She felt trapped between past and present. She felt torn between memory and truth. Anna sat alone one afternoon and spoke to herself. "I cannot let Oliver win. He broke me once. If I let him in again, he will break me forever. I must choose. I must stand." Her heart was still trembling, but her mind was getting clearer. She closed her eyes and whispered, "Justin, I will not fail you. I will not leave you. I am yours. I am not his anymore." Her tears fell again, but this time they were tears of strength. Chapter 6. The Confession. Anna could no longer keep the storm inside her heart. The words of Oliver were spinning in her mind. She tried to stay strong, but weakness was pulling her down. She told herself again and again, "I will not answer. I will not listen." But one evening, she gave in. Her phone rang. It was Oliver. She hesitated, then pressed the button. His voice came soft and low. "Because I lost you. Because I made the biggest mistake of my life. I left you for things that did not matter. I thought money would make me happy. I thought beauty would last forever. But I was wrong. I was empty. And I still am empty without you." Anna's eyes filled with tears. She wanted to scream at him. She wanted to say, "You broke me. You destroyed me." But her lips said softly, "You hurt me more than anyone. I gave you everything. And you left me." Oliver answered quickly, "I know. I live with that pain every day. But please give me one chance. Leave Justin. Be with me again. Let me love you right this time." Her heart trembled. She felt weak. For one moment, she imagined it. She saw herself walking with Oliver, holding his hand. She saw herself choosing him again. She closed her eyes and whispered, "Why does my heart still feel something for you? Why can I not erase you?" But then she remembered Justin's face. She remembered him holding her hand when she was sick. She remembered him staying awake when she cried. She remembered his gentle words, "I am here, Anna. I will never leave you." The picture of Justin's loyalty stood against the shadow of Oliver's greed. Still, she was confused. She met Oliver once in a quiet corner. He looked at her with regret in his eyes. "Anna, you still look beautiful to me. You are still the woman I wanted. I never should have let you go." She replied with a shaking voice, "You did let me go. You left me. You left me for money." He lowered his head. "Yes, I was blind, but please forgive me. I want to spend my last years with you." Her tears fell. She said, Justin gave me 40 years of love. He gave me children. He gave me a family. And you gave me pain. Oliver touched his chest. I can make it right. Let me try. She stepped back. No, I should not even be here. This is wrong. She turned and walked away. Oliver called after her. Anna, don't go. Please don't go. She did not answer. That night, Anna could not hold it inside anymore. She sat beside Justin, her hands shaking. She whispered, Justin, I need to tell you something. He looked at her with calm eyes. What is it, Anna? She took a deep breath. Her tears started falling. Oliver came back. He has been leaving notes, flowers, calls. I spoke to him. I should not have, but I did. I was weak. I felt confused. I am so sorry. Justin was silent for a long time. She feared his anger. She feared he would walk away. She cried harder. Please forgive me. I don't want him. I don't want the past. I only want you. But I felt shaken. I felt broken again. Finally, Justin spoke softly. Anna, look at me. She lifted her face slowly. His eyes were steady. I am not angry. I understand. You carried this wound for years. You carried it alone. You never told me, but I always knew there was pain inside you. Her lips trembled. You knew? He nodded. Yes. From the first days. I saw the shadow in your eyes. But I never forced you to speak. I just stayed. I just chose you every day. Anna broke down. She cried in his arms. She whispered, How can you still love me after I confessed this? He held her tight. Because love is not about never falling. Love is about standing together when we are weak. You did not fail me, Anna. You only proved you are human, and I am here. I will not leave. Her heart burst with emotion. She held him and said again and again, Thank you, Justin. Thank you for never leaving me. He kissed her forehead. I never will. In that moment, Anna felt lighter. For the first time, she had spoken her truth. For the first time, she had let the wound breathe. She realized she did not need Oliver's false regret. She only needed Justin's true love. The next morning, Oliver called again. Anna picked up. Her voice was steady now. Oliver, listen to me. I made a mistake by talking to you, but I will not make it again. My life is with Justin. He is my husband. He is my heart. Do not call me again. Oliver tried to answer, but she cut him off. This is the last time we speak. Goodbye. She ended the call. She sat beside Justin and held his hand. She whispered, I told him it is over. Forever. Justin smiled softly. That is all I needed to hear. Anna closed her eyes. She finally felt peace. She finally felt free. The past no longer had power over her. She had chosen her truth. She had chosen her husband. She had chosen loyalty over lies. Chapter 7. The final choice. Oliver did not leave even after Anna told him to stop. He was restless. He wanted one more chance to speak. Anna felt tired. She wanted peace. She wanted to close this chapter. But she knew Oliver would come again. One afternoon, she heard a knock on the door. She opened it and saw him standing there. Her heart felt heavy, but her face was strong. Oliver spoke quickly. "Anna, please hear me. I cannot live without you. I regret everything. Give me just one chance." Anna looked at him with steady eyes. "You had your chance. You had me once. You left me for money. You left me for beauty. You chose greed over love, and now you stand here asking for another chance? I cannot give it to you." Oliver's eyes filled with pain. He said, "I was foolish. I was blind. I thought those things would make me happy. But they gave me nothing. I lost everything. Only you can give me peace now." Anna shook her head slowly. "No, I cannot. I already gave you my heart once. You broke it. You left me crying and alone. You cannot heal me now. Someone else did that. Justin did that. He gave me 40 years of loyalty. He gave me children. He gave me a family. He gave me the life you never could." At that moment, Justin entered the room. He looked at Oliver calmly. "Anna has made her choice. She belongs with me. Please do not disturb her again." Oliver's voice broke. "She still loves me. I can see it in her eyes." Anna's tears fell, but her voice was clear. "Yes, Oliver, I once loved you. That love almost destroyed me. But I will not let it destroy me now. My love is with Justin. My life is with him. You are my past. He is my present and my future." Oliver stood still. He said softly, "So this is the end?" Anna answered, "Yes, this is the end. Do not come again. Do not call me. Do not write. I forgive you. But I will never go back to you." Justin stood beside her, holding her hand. His silence was stronger than words. Anna leaned on him. She whispered, "He is my home. He is my peace. Nothing you say can change that." Oliver lowered his head. His voice was weak. "Then I have lost everything." He turned and left the house. Anna watched him go. She felt both pain and relief. Pain because old wounds always hurt. Relief because she finally closed the door on her past. That night, Anna sat alone and thought about her grandchildren. She remembered their laughter, their drawings, their hugs. She whispered, "If I had chosen Oliver, I would not have them. I would not have this family. My life would have been empty. I cannot imagine that." She went to Justin and hugged him tightly. She said, "I am grateful. You stood by me when I was weak. You gave me love when I had nothing. I will never let anyone take that away." Justin smiled softly. "I chose you then. I choose you now. I will always choose you. Anna closed her eyes and whispered, "This is my final choice. My past is over. My future is with you." Chapter 8. Peace and Closure. Anna closed the door after Oliver left. Her heart was shaking, but her mind was calm. She had spoken the truth. She had ended the story that once broke her. She turned and looked at Justin. He was standing quietly, holding her hand. She whispered, "It is finished. He will not come again." Justin nodded softly. "Yes, Anna, it is over. You are free now." That night, Anna could not sleep at once. She lay awake beside Justin. She thought of her past. She thought of the young girl who gave her heart away. She thought of the betrayal, the pain, and the tears. Then she thought of Justin. She thought of the man who stood by her when she was broken. She thought of his kindness, his patience, his loyalty. She whispered in the dark, "Thank you, Justin. You saved me." Justin turned and opened his eyes. He asked quietly, "What did you say?" She smiled through her tears. "I said thank you. You saved me from myself. You gave me a life when I thought I had lost everything." Justin took her hand and pressed it gently. "I did nothing special. I only loved you. That is all I ever wanted to do." Anna cried again. But these were tears of peace. For the first time in many years, she felt free. She said softly, "I forgive the girl I once was. I forgive her for being blind. I forgive her for trusting the wrong man. And I thank her too, because without her mistakes, I would not have found you." The next day, Anna sat with her grandchildren. They showed her their little drawings. They laughed and hugged her. She held them close and thought, "This is my real treasure. This is what I almost lost if I had chosen Oliver again. But I did not. I chose wisely this time." She kissed them and whispered, "Grandma loves you more than anything." Later, she sat with Grace on a call. Grace asked, "Mom, are you feeling better these days? You sound lighter." Anna smiled. "Yes, Grace, I am lighter. I let go of something heavy. I let go of something I carried too long." Grace did not ask more, but she said, "I'm glad, Mom. You deserve peace." Anna's eyes filled again. "Yes, dear. I finally have peace." That evening, she sat with Justin. She looked at him for a long time. He asked, "Why are you staring at me like this?" She answered, "Because I want to remember this moment. Because I want to remember your face. Because I want to keep in my heart the truth that you are my gift." Justin smiled softly. "And you are mine, Anna. You always were." Somewhere far away, Oliver sat alone. He finally understood that his chance was gone. He had lost her forever. He carried his regret, but Anna no longer carried him. For her, the story was closed. Anna looked at Justin and whispered to herself, "The past cannot hurt me anymore. The man who betrayed me is gone. The man who stayed with me is here, and I will walk with him until the end. For the first time in years, Anna's heart was quiet. For the first time in years, she felt whole. She had chosen love that was true, and that love had chosen her back every single day. Like, subscribe, and share. Read this story and many more on our website, bookishenglish.com. Link in the description, the end.